Alright, so a quick little intro to this video now that I'm done shooting it. I've been having some intermittent problems with heating and whatnot. I think I have a cracked wire or loose wire. I've mentioned it in a couple other videos. I get an odd idling problem. I push on the ECU and the rat's nest that's down on yonder there makes it idle funny. Changes the idle when I push on it. So I know I got some issues. This is kind of a thrown together in the driveway under a bunch of rain, engine harness, full custom job. If you remember, I went from the 95 EX automatic through the engine in there and decided to remake an entire engine for it, or engine harness. So I did the engine harness, the ECU, the inside, so it's inside, down under, up in front, and then even rigged it. Plus the battery goes all the way to the back. So it was a big rat's nest. It's still got a bunch of exposed wires and all kinds of not a lot of fun going on. Doesn't look all that great. It's apparently not working all that great. So my job, my task, because I chose to accept it, is to redo the entire engine wiring. So this video is my start, and I'll let you get to it. Have fun, enjoy it. So, beautiful coronavirus quarantining project. It's first weekend into quarantining. I still do some at-home work stuff, so I'll only be working on this on the weekends, as far as I know for now. So I've got today and tomorrow to get started. Got a bit of a late start on this today, but basically just hauled this guy out, got out into some sunshine. Hauled this bin out, which had all these wires in it. I just spent about a half hour, maybe 45 minutes, taking off all the old electric tape from the early 90s. It's a lot of fun to deal with. Saving some of that. I got the Amazon dude is coming with some actual, some braided 1/4 inch and braided 1/2 inch for me to start winding these through. But I'm basically just figuring out where I need to get started. I'm also planning on doing a wire tuck at the exact same time, so I'm basically making two lighting harnesses, an engine harness, ECU. So we'll see how all that works out. I might totally abandon all that, but for now, basically taking the one off the old car and just kind of using this as like a guide. Some of the things I need. This is actually looping around. I'm trying to save as much of these big wires as I can, leaving the clips on here just so I can remember what's what. But basically, using this guy here. I know I got a couple of these going in like this. It's going there. It's going there. The fuses on this one are different from those. These are both 50s. This is two 20s here, not a 20 and a 15. There's some slight differences, but I'm not too worried about that. All these are going to get cleaned out and repinned. I'm probably going to end up having to reuse these guys. Not a big deal. They clean up nice. Plastic's plastic. As long as it ain't broke, keep working with it. So yeah, I've got that. These guys set up for that. So now I'm just going to try and figure out where I can go. Some of these things are obvious, like power windows. You know, this is off the AC fan. This is actually the one, like the original wire harness that I made for the, this is the engine harness with the injectors, obviously, and then the two towers. And then this is the one that I made. I'm probably going to model my new one off of this quite a bit, just because it has all the correct plugs and everything in the right order and whatnot. So I'll be reusing quite a bit of the original LX harness that I messed with to do the DPFI conversion on. So some of this other stuff is the doorway off the green, the 92 EX. I basically kept this stuff because of the length of the wires and the age of the wires. They're all nice, clean indoor wires that ran along the length of the doorway. Like back here goes to like the emergency brake lights and whatnot. and then up here is where it connected in with the, and these are such nice, wonder if I have the female version of that, 'cause this is the male. I don't think I saved any of the female plugs, a couple of them. Still have this whole box of other plugs and stuff, but right off the bat I immediately found my OBD1 P28, so I'll be able to use these and depin all of those. Might keep them in place right now to keep in mind on what color. I don't know where this project's going to take me, but at the end of the day, I need to be able to start the car, turn on the lights, and get fuel into the injectors. Yeah, you know, the old air fuel spark. So that's where I'm at right this second. I guess I'll come back once I've kind of made any kind of plan other than just stripping the wires of all the old stuff, pulling some of the longer pieces, figuring out exactly what I need. I've already started here. This is the 89 shop manual for the 89 LX. Actually, I think this is off the CRX. The LX is right here, 1.5 liter. That's so different now that ever since I changed it over. I changed it over to the 1.5 fuel injector, the DPF. And this one is like the CRX, 88, 89 CRX. So they don't have the original wiring schematics for the 90, which is what this guy is. So, I mean, I do have some basic Haynes models and whatnot, Chilton and Haynes. This guy right here will work me some. This guy here will work me some. 1200 I can use a little bit. Actually, nope, that's going to be way too old. I don't know what the heck I was thinking, 1200. But so I got some stuff to help me out with that. Plus the old internet, which is like everything to help me out with that. So that's why I'm going to leave it with this. Yeah. Any thoughts or suggestions? Definitely. So I'll let you know where I get today on this. All right. So I think I've got the wires that I'm going to harvest off the main ready to go here. Basically, try to keep some together as much as I could. This, I don't think I'm going to use this. I'm just using this as reference, but I'm pretty sure that's for the power windows. It's the ignition into the fuse, ignition, main relay. Scooting over here. I'm pretty sure this is for the AC blower. Not even really trying to figure this stuff out right now. And then the electronic load detector and the main power going in. So that's what I managed to harvest off the main, off that main big one. This is what's left of it. Still gonna pull all the clips from it and whatnot, and add to my box collection of clips. I have lots of clips. So I'm just gonna pretty much clean that up, but harvested a bunch of tubing. Again, here's the ECU. So I grabbed ECU and the rubber housings to get through. Again, I'm going off the original one I made here. Probably gonna end up reusing these injectors. A lot of this wiring I'll probably end up reusing or just copy it. But definitely some of these I'm gonna need. The other one is totally trashed, so I'm gonna use this one's a lot nicer. Some of these other clips probably pull for the oil pressure off the back here. I'll probably pull. Actually, I think that's off the side. I don't know. Anything that looks like this, I got that extra canister for the brake. I got nice wires on top of that brake one. Nice. I forget what they're called when one's a female, one's a male. But I got after multiple. I got this basic sketch idea of what my plugs are. The blue squares are different plugs that I'll need. So I'll need like 4 plugs there and one plug, and then I got my battery, which is in the trunk of the car. So, you know, stuff like main relay. So this is basically one harness I'm going to build right here with the injectors, the alternator, the power steering, the oil temp, oil pressure. They'll be coming off of one. I'm going to try and harvest some of these clips on the side. Something I can use, something I got a male and a female of. And make a little break right there. And then the other harness with the main relay, which is pretty much just basically this thing already, going here and then splitting out into the fuse box into the hood. So this will be one harness, this will be one harness, this one and this one, and I might, this one up here coming off the fuse, however I decide to wire that in, I might just run it in on the outside of the car, because I kind of want to do a wire tuck while I'm doing all this, just extend the wires out and run them through underneath. Try and make it as clean as I possibly can, because, you know, why not? When's the next time I'm going to be making a whole rewiring entire engine bay for the fun of it? Thanks, COVID. So that's about where I'm at. Beautiful Saturday. Luckily, Amazon delivers on Saturday. I wasn't expecting these until Thursday. They're like 4 or 5 days. They're 5 or 6 days rather. But this is the webbing I was talking about. I don't really want to open it yet, but it's basically just thread it through, cut it to length. Just basically keeps the keeps all the cables together nice and neat. I don't know if I'm going to reuse any plastic stuff or whatnot, but I might. We'll see. So yeah, it's going to kind of clean up, go inside, make some dinner, head back out here tomorrow. It's supposed to be a beautiful Sunday afternoon. We'll see. It's probably going to be raining. They're terrible with weather around here. So yep, that's where I'm at. Managed to do all this, and it only took me like 5 hours. So yay, at least it's a beautiful day out. Alright, until part 2. So just now, as I was putting these away, I discovered that these are the right and the left wire harnesses for my lights off the 89 LX, which is sweet. I forgot I grabbed these before pick and pull came. I can tell that because the service plug, brake cylinder, and the injector coming off the tower. So this would have gone in front of the driver. Yeah, I got both lights here. I got I can't remember what the heck that's for, but then obviously the blinker, and then blinker, and or the lower, you know what I'm trying to say, fog light thing, and blinkers and whatnot. There we got all the relays and everything. So technically all I need to do is, I think I'm going to rewire these guys back onto here. I think I'm going to need to do that. But yeah, you got the wiring for the fan and everything, so that'll be handy when it comes to doing this guy right here, where it's fan 1, fan 2. I got the relays right on that thing. So all I gotta do is attach the horn in. I want to put the fan on a switch, have this one attached to the ECU, and then this one's going to be on a switch in the dash. So yeah, buddy, that'll make my life so much easier right there, because all I have to do is figure out what I don't need, and then the rest of it I can just straight up basically just add the wire on, cut the wire off the original, and add on the new stuff to whatever length I need. Sweet. Alright, well, back at it. This is the real end of the video. Right now.